So I go back one slide because just to give you a feeling in terms of energy efficiency where we are currently in the OLED field. You all know the classical light bulb, which is basically a heating device because it emits some 5% light and some 95% heat. You have 10 lumens per watt you put in, and normally you get out some 3 to 5 lumens per watt because you have something just around the bulb. Maybe it's not that ugly like this, but basically it takes out some of the light. If you look at the fluorescent tube, you are at 90 lumen per watt. And if you think about these fixtures and aluminium, and then you have to direct some of the light which goes up, you have to direct it down, and that causes, again, problems. You go to some 25 to 70 lumen per watt. Same with the LED. It has 100 lumen per watt, but it's only that small point, and you need some diffusers around that to give the feeling that this is an area light source, and that again costs efficiency. So you're going down to some 20 to 40 lumen per watt, and then you have the OLED, which currently this year Novaled technology produces some 30 to 60 lumen per watt. But the good thing is you don't have nothing around. This is a prototype, for example, we built with OLEDs produced by us. You just use them as a design feature, and again the light source is not blocked by anything else, so the 30 to 60 lumen per watt are really what is coming out. The target for the famous OLED 100 project of the EU, which is a publicly funded research project where we are participating, is saying we want to have an OLED with 100 lumen per watt in 2011. Even if we are in March, I can tell you it will happen. So that shows the potential, basically, in terms of power efficiency. There is a long way to go. First, in terms of what I just said, in terms of changing the industry, changing the market, there are no standards. You cannot take an OLED and put it in a normal fixture for a lamp. So there are no standards. They have to be invented. The players are not known. The customers have to be taught to believe or to understand the new technology. So basically, there is a long way to go. It will be a merge of the OLED industry, which currently is there, and the lighting industry into a kind of OLED lighting industry. We are a cornerstone of all these European programs on OLED lighting. We are commercializing OLED luminaires currently by bringing a product to the market, which is basically not our core business, but we found that all the others are just moving too slow, and therefore we said, okay, let's build some prototypes, which we did. We went to a lighting fair, a big lighting fair last year in Frankfurt, and the response was really encouraging, and so we decided to say, let's take one of these pieces, develop them into a product, and we will have a OLED luminaire product, which basically is a desktop lamp on the market in May or so, and by that just trying to push the market a little bit. Again, this is not our core business, but it is meant to accelerate the market. I only use that slide. You don't need to understand it. I have never understood it. I only use that slide to say our technology is also very important for the organic photovoltaic technology, because basically an OLED is you put current in and it emits light. An organic solar cell is just the opposite. You put light in and it emits current. You can use the Novaled technology for that, and there is a very famous company in Dresden, also Cleantech, which is exactly exploring this technology using a patent we sold to them. There are a lot of other organic electronic devices you can think of. An OLED is an organic semiconductor. Everything you may imagine with an anorganic semiconductor you can do with an organic semiconductor too. And it has the advantage of being much cheaper. Think about RFIDs, about sensors and other things. The big potential here is really the cost potential. I skip that and come to the conclusion. Basically, today we are addressing two multi-billion-dollar markets, the display market and the lighting market. With our technology, our core technology, we are the leader in energy saving in this field. We have a set of skills relating to the OLED stack. How should you build an OLED? Relating to the material, what do you need to put in? And to the engineering, how a factory has to be built in order to do efficient OLEDs. We have a close relationship with the major display makers. We are basically pioneering the industry here. And so in terms of investment, I think our investors made a good decision 7 years ago. It just pays off. That's it. Thanks a lot.
Harry, what are you doing with a 10-year-old company that is profitable, making 11 million euros? Are you planning to do an IPO, or do you dream about selling it to a big corporate in the luminaire market? What is your ambition with that wonderful company?
Without being too specific in the answer, all of you are professionals. This is a venture capital financed company. Yeah. Venture capitals need to exit one day. The two ways of exit, or let's take the third, maybe two. The two ways of exit are possibly an IPO or a trade sale. So the answer is quite clear, let's say. We're not talking about timing because, frankly speaking, timing is a difficult question. We just saw 3 weeks ago that one single event can change the whole landscape. So I think in terms of company development, we want to show that what we say about profitability in 2011 is true. We want to show that there is a big potential in 2012 and onwards, so that will basically determine the timing a bit.
Great. Do you have a question for Harry Böhme in the audience? If yes, please raise your hand and you get a microphone.
If no, I get a book. But anyway, I get it also if you have a question. So.
Yeah, we have from Ulfert from Austria. He has a question for Harry from Dresden.
Yes, Ulfert Höhne, AGI, Solar Light in Austria. Brief question, what about the lifetime of OLEDs?
Good question, because lifetime was always one of the obstacles, let's say. Basically, it's not a question anymore. We are talking about lifetimes in a range of 20,000 to 100,000 hours. In order to translate it, 20,000 hours means 10 years with 6 hours usage per day. Again, 20,000 is seen as the minimum for the industry today, and we have that today. We also have 100,000, and by the way, we also have OLEDs running in our lab for years now on an increased voltage, and by that stressing them, and by that extrapolating into the future. So the simple message, even if it's a bit shortened, lifetime is not an issue anymore.
Where can I see products which have been made of the OLED technology, like a showroom or something?
So if you come to Dresden, you can visit our showroom. You're invited. We have a showroom there where we show some 12 to 15 prototypes of OLED luminaires. You can buy a mobile phone currently with an AM OLED display. And there you can see the quality of the OLED display.